Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy DeSoccerfan coming at you with episode 14. Basically, today's topic will be, welcoming the new players to the community, and giving you guys like tips and tricks and the top 50 tips you need to know.
I wouldn't say 50,
I know
but
I was about to say 50. I'm gonna
we're gonna be
bending the 50.
scratching our heads for a minute.
We're
Like,
gonna be
oh,
like, I
damn
got
it!
26, but uh,
The top tips you need to know in order to become a massive player like me, not like Broby.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
um, yeah, episode 14. So with me, as always, always in the middle. Question mark, I guess. I have a red beard. How's your day going?
it's going well, man. It was a crazy week last week, and had the Easter's this weekend, so not too much rest, but chilling, having some fun where I can.
I'm glad. One hectic week, but now you get to relax now. Um, to his left, and to my far left, I guess. And is Broby Winker Noby.
It's
So
not Winker. Don't let him fool you. And when you said Easter's the way you did, Nacho Libre immediately went to my head. I've had the shits since Easter's.
Did you tell him they were the Lord's chips? He did not care.
Nacho.
yeah,
Nacho?
it's been a minute since I watched Nacho. I think
I need to watch it now.
Mm-hmm.
But
not.
my week's been crazy too, because Red's work kind of intertwines with mine in a way. I don't deal with him
We had
or
to
his
do more
company.
work because of his company.
Mm, not my doing at all. I try to
Mm-hmm.
keep it organized as much as
Mm-hmm.
possible, but it never works out that way.
Don't worry. Just blame Broby. We're good.
Don't though, because it's not. It's
Yeah.
definitely he knows it's not my fault though. See,
That's what I tell my boss. I'm like, yeah, it's Brubby Wankernovi's fault.
it's not. You shut your whore mouth.
All right. So with well, we're recording this a day of April Fools, which is I guess weird. Well, I don't know, weird in a way because it's like all these news are like you don't know if it's true or not because April Fools. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Mr. Beast was quitting YouTube.
Yeah, Mr. Beast quitting YouTube. They're releasing a new game on Skyrim was releasing on the what was it, the TV? I don't know. It was like so much other bullshit. I was like, I don't know.
To be honest, I haven't seen a bunch of stuff because I didn't. I don't know. I didn't see any
Don't,
pranks or nothing come up, so I wasn't really looking.
Yeah,
don't
no.
pretend like you don't scroll TikTok at work.
I don't. I work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unlike some people I know, Red scrolling
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok at his desk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit, I get like 50 fucking messages from you on TikTok.
It's
Not
just
that I
because you
love.
never. It's just because you never read them, and then like 3 days later, you finally send me one, and it's like something I sent you 2 days ago.
We're getting off topic a lot.
No, so no, you. So yeah, today's April Fools. From we're a week into open beta since it was launched last week, and basically, how's your experience with open beta so far?
Uh, a lot of new players. A lot of new players for sure.
Fresh meat.
Yeah. mm, Some players coming from other places, other MOBAs they've played probably, I'm sure, or just new players all in general.
Mm.
Um, yeah, been good, bad. Um, a lot of people don't know what they're doing, which is fine. You gotta play the game to learn the game. So
Be expected, but I don't know. It's been good. Hopefully, everybody who's picked it up this week has been having fun, even though I know it can be frustrating at the beginning.
Really frustrating when you got people climbing. You're dropped into basically gold health because fresh accounts apparently start at 1300, which is kind of weird in my opinion. But that's according to them, that's like the medium where to start out. with, but you know what I mean. Like you're starting out with kind of like mid gold, which is kind of like weird because you got bronze, and so you got bronze and seal before that. So it's like I don't know. I would say start them at silver. Be my
I think
more.
other MOBAs start them at bronze normally, don't they? Or like
Uh,
the equivalent.
I'm not 100% sure to tell you the truth. My
I've
my
only played a couple others, but
my opinion, you know what I mean. Like I would just drop them into like silver or whatever, like, and then make your work your way up to gold, I guess, and then from and so forth. Yeah.
from my own experience, I know that it can be difficult to make it out of that silver though too.
Well, shit. Yeah, you know what I mean. You got people already been into who already been in the game. You know what I mean. You got more now. You got more people coming in now, and it's just like you're like shit. You're like if you're stuck in silver or bronze, you know what I mean. Like you got more people and then more new people. It makes it harder to uh climb out. And thank you for
Yeah.
suspicious spam or call. Thank you.
Yeah, you should have just answered it live.
Nah. uh,
Hello? Wait, what? I won $10,000? No way.
Hey, you just gotta sign here and pay this fee of $50, and then you can have it.
Here's my social security number. My
I
bank account? Yeah, you can just route it straight to it.
oh yeah. Oh, I gotta renew my warranty also. Oh, perfect.
I can do all that in one
Yeah, in one call.
call.
This 2006 Ram truck that you bought last year. I never owned a Ram truck. What warranty am I paying for right now? I always get there. Always.
This is extremely off topic, but
It is, but it's just
I
a
love
random.
this. Oh no, I was gonna go even further off topic.
Oh
I think
no.
it was No Man's Sky or something. I don't know, but
That's,
or
that's,
no, it wasn't No Man's Sky. It was some space game, and people were like finding other players, and you could talk to them, and people were going around patrolling, and they'd be like, "Excuse me, sir, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty."
oh my goodness.
Out in the middle of space.
Okay.
That's my kind of humor. So
No, you're good.
That's why his beard's red. Right there.
yeah,
And so to bring it back around, uh with so many spams, you know what I mean, you gotta keep protected by we're sponsored by what was one of those
I don't know.
oh
No more robocalls.
yeah, no more
Dot
robot.
com.
No, it's isn't it? It's like every time I watch like one of those tech views, they're like use a VPN and you can track
Oh
it, you
yeah.
can hide your information or so. It's like yeah, okay.
Joke.
And then so yeah, with the new open beta, there was an influx of new players from what was it? Open beta was not open beta, which means Steam. You could get it for free on Steam, Epic, now Xbox, including Xbox now. So we got a whole bunch of Xbox players coming in now, which is I think on Xbox the only two MOBAs there are is Smite, right? That's the only thing on
Yeah,
Xbox.
it's just Smite. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Pretty
now,
much just my yeah.
so yeah, so you got the influx of people from Smite now, and then on PlayStation, it's open to, I think, North America, South America, and Europe. Selective places in Europe, and so you know what I mean, and crossplay. So that's huge. You know what I mean. Now I could play on my Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, whatever I feel like playing in the mood that day. I
And
guess.
the player count's gone up too. The last 24 hours on Steam, anyways, is 4451 for the 24-hour peak, and the players currently is about 3988, and it's holding steady. It hasn't gone down or anything, and this is since launch.
So yeah, that was what we were hoping for. We were hoping for it, to player count go up and then slowly die down, but to be at a level where it's you know what I mean, it sustains itself. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we were hoping to lose 30% of the population from that first bump, and but as far as we see, we lost. We lost what we lost, and we hope that maintains where it is. So you know what I mean. So and that's only on Steam, so we don't know how the Epic Games numbers are, or and the PlayStation and the Xbox numbers are. So we if just Steam alone, that's good for a game that's coming out open beta with very limited stuff they has at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
so
did
Yeah, and
start
there's
some online marketing and stuff like that too. Been seeing those.
and there's more console players than there are
PC players.
PC players. So I mean, that I think that's where it matters
Well,
most.
we don't know yet. Like I said, those those console numbers are kind of just hidden away at the moment. Like we do have an insight with Omega, but like it's not like 100% like
Mm.
accurate. Well,
I'm sure they'll be releasing some numbers and stuff like that after a week or two of compiling.
yeah, because on at least on the website, I can't see how much what's the player count because they removed that. They removed that to let me see MMR speed, gold MMR win rate. Yeah, I don't see no MMR. That's kind of crazy. They used to have in the website like a little bit more open to everybody, but I guess Omega was like, nah, we don't want that to be more public, so they hid it away. But yeah, so yeah, open beta to everybody, and then the what a roadmap, yeah, roadmap. What type of roadmap we have now so far is it's kind of finicky. You know what I mean? We know that in April there should be a 6 item slot uh upgrade, I guess, from 5 items to 6 items. That's gonna come in April sometime, maybe next week. Maybe we don't know yet. They didn't say specifically when in April. We just know it's in April. So maybe next week, maybe patch notes come out tomorrow and they would detail us when it might be or whatever. We know there's a new game mode coming. So the roadmap is open beta, 6 item slots, then new game mode, then after that rank mode. So we have an idea of what it might look like. So in March, late March was open beta. In April is the 6 item slots, and we know rank mode is in the summertime. So the the what is it? Late. So it could be between late August to maybe June-ish. That is the I guess like summertime slot, right? So we know that before that is the new game mode. So it might we might get lucky. It might come out after April. After April, so maybe between I don't know, maybe May to June-ish, late June maybe, and then we might get rank mode July and August. You know what I mean? For some rough timeline, I guess.
Yeah, I see them doing the ranked mode like a separate patch because that's gonna be pretty big because of what it all is going to entail in that, and because they're gonna just basically reset everyone, um, essentially. Well, not all the way down, but I think they're gonna put. Where do you think they'll put everyone? Do you think they'll put everyone in bronze, or do you think they'll put everyone in like silver or gold and work from there? Or
As
where
in
do you think
rank,
they'll?
yeah.
Yeah,
So I would hope they start everybody off in like zero, so like bronze basically, like zero, and then you or 1,000, whatever, which is like whatever you want, whatever number starts in bronze. So and then like what I mean, like you got bronze one, two, three, four, five, four. I don't know if it's either four or five. We don't know yet. And then like and then after 4 or 5, you go to silver, like low silver, and then one, two, three, four, five, and then you get to gold, and then from there on so forth until you get to paragon, which is the final, like the final last top 50, 100, whatever they want to put it at. You know what I mean? So that's what I see as like in rank mode at least. My thoughts, at least. And so, rank. I mean, so that's what we're waiting for the new map, the new map, the new game mode, the 6 item slots this month, and new game mode and the rank mode. So, I mean that's what we know so far as a roadmap because we don't have any like concrete details. They haven't said anything about a roadmap yet or anything like that. So that's the only thing we're hoping for, or that that's a rough timeline roadmap or whatever you guys should be thinking about. What else? What else? With the new update, they basically turned this iteration on the map. It's brighter, so it's like midday or whatever, which is nice. I guess it's more visual improvement. This update, and then they change the prices of skins, and there's with this, and there's now bundles for each. There's an off lane bundle, there's a mid lane bundle, jungler bundle, carry and support bundle. So there's bundles for each role.
Yeah, I think I
And
did the. Yeah, I did the offline one. I should have did the support one. I think I don't remember which one I did.
I did support one because that shit was 200 plat, cheapest one. and
You get like 2 or 3 skins.
no, I only got one skin actually, which was the what's her face? The phase Teddy Panda one.
Oh, you already had the Narbash one.
I think the Narbash one was free for the rewards. No, I didn't get the Narbash one. You're right. I was missing the blue one and the phase, and then they gave you a little spray with it, which was kind of like, oh, okay, sure. And then bundles, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? With this, so this big update was just open beta, the bundles, visual update, and that's pretty much what this update was in April, which was I
Yeah,
guess
the usual balancing and things like that too. Trying to continually balance characters.
they just buffed Bellica, so she's more broken than she was before. Which
I don't think she was broken, but they definitely nerfed Richter further into the ground.
well, no, they just made him less tankier. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
and there were a few items that are good tank items that
Yeah,
worked well with Richter's kit that
yeah, so they nerfed Fire Blossom again, which is I'm not surprised. So you know what I mean, like it got some buffs, it got some nerfs. You know what I mean, it is what it is. Overall, this day was, I guess, good in a way. You know what I mean? I guess not the what to say. It's never gonna be a perfect update because there's always somebody like grinding at something like they buffed this hero, they didn't buff my hero, or they buffed these items and not these items. Like never
It's
a
usually
perfect
you.
patch. What?
It's you. It's you.
What do you mean?
You're saying that Bellica's broken beforehand.
She's broken. Now she's even more broken. Like before she was broken since like in the beginning. Now it just takes her like 5 minutes to be in order to become broken. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just a slight it's just I don't know. Like she's always been broken. Like her ultimate always hurts a lot. Now hurts more, which I don't know why they buffed their ultimate.
Oh, that sucks. Got a mouthful of.
Of
I see that pepper.
oh, the suspense were like what?
you got a mouthful of, huh?
Mm-hmm. Nice little big old tater fry.
Is that like a
Got
southern thing or
a mouthful of sauce.
No, it's like a chili powder type on the curly fries. Seasoning, kind of like popcorn where you can put like different flavored salts on popcorn.
yeah, we
French
we,
fries
we
do the
totally
same thing.
understand you. So it's like it's not like I'm eating chili fries or whatever your curly fries with sauce, peppers, or yeah.
They're spicy curly fries, basically.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I see you're eating.
Yeah. Entertainment value. Entertainment value.
Anyway, what else? What else in news? What else in news? What else? I'm trying to see. Oh, I
No, thanks.
changed.
What the
I was trying to see what other news in Discords, but I guess that's it.
uh,
That's it for our
I
running for news. I guess for now. Um. Oh wait,
I
no.
did see a little tidbit on X from Robbie
Which was?
too. Somebody was talking about wanting a 1v1 mode, and he said it is definitely on his list.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if that's has to do something with the game mode. I guess I don't know.
I wouldn't think they would just do 1v1 on the new game mode, but I'm hoping it's 3v3.
I don't know. We like I said, we don't. There was nothing. There was nothing to add. You know, that was my grind. Where it's just like, oh hey, new game mode, Rafe gameplay.
Right.
They're
Right.
like, okay, is that the new game mode? We're all Rafe and just sniping people left and right.
Turning invisible, running around.
Yeah, no, I was kind of just like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then some. So in other news, we might know who the new hero is because they kind of leaked it, kind of just badly too. It was just like they posted a TikTok for some reason, just like, oh hey new players, like this is how you select your heroes, and they had a box saying hidden because of new hero, and then they didn't cover Grim, which kind of was like, okay, yeah, like who's the new hero? Like, oh, it's Grim. And so you know what I mean. And they deleted the.
Oopsie.
They took down the video and they re-uploaded it again with with now like the edited spot, and they're like, what? We didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Someone got fired.
Another now Kari's on Discord deflecting.
Yeah, because Clary was like, "Oh, what do you mean? It's a her." And we're like, "Her?
We don't
Yeah,
know what you're talking about.
yeah. We don't.
They should have released that video today and then just played it off as an April Fool's joke.
If they were smart, yeah.
Well, yeah. We're talking. I don't know. Like I said, they're like, "Whoopsie!" and take down the video, and they're like, "Oh, you know, we were just trying to help the new players in order to see what they're doing," and we're like, "Whatever." Yeah, and now the deflecting is like, "Oh, what? You know, she." Patch holds are tomorrow, and then they're like, "Oh, don't worry, you find out more of the hero her later," and it's just like her, yeah. So we're like, okay, cool. So Grim is a her now. Got
Yep. Cold heart steel of her.
it. Grim's a
I'm just
rope.
laughing at Brubby doing his little happy dance while he eats.
Oh,
Just sitting
that's
there,
me.
he
I
ate a
am.
fry, and he's like.
It's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, Grim's the new hero as of so far, as of
Could-
now. So
could be deflecting. It could be that they were actually further ahead,
from
and
what
maybe Grim's the next hero, or
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Who knows? But we'll find out later this week who it is because apparently it's a her, and you know who knows.
Maybe later this week.
So no, those are the rumors. Next hero is Grim. So you know another carry, which is exciting because we want more. So far, only like mid laners and off laners and junglers have came out. No carry. Well, for the most part, at least.
I just caught myself doing it.
Now he's gonna be self-conscious about it. It's like,
I am.
So
They're so good.
and then what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's the carry news. That's the carry news so far. So now we're gonna delve deep into the topic of today, which is giving tips to noobs in order to improve the gameplay, in order to get out of the grimy silver, gold, elo hell you're in. You know, something that Broby doesn't understand.
I'm in gold. God damn it.
Barely.
No,
Are you not
yeah,
gold?
you're right. Barely. I'm barely in it. Barely, like
He's like
barely.
he's like 5 points away from silver.
Yeah,
How
like
how
one
how
more
how
loss.
long have you been in gold? Like since their wins last night? Wait, you didn't play last night.
No,
No.
yeah, suck a fart. How about that?
How long you been
I
playing the
believe the
game?
term is suck a fart, bro. Be one gonna be.
I'm pretty sure it's hashtag blame Redbeard, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm, okay.
You've been playing since it came out, right, Red Broby?
Yeah, but I messed around too much when it first came out.
Messed
I regret
around
it.
too much, and now he's just getting out of gold. Okay.
I'll continue to climb. You shut your mouth. I'm
It's
gonna.
it's okay. I'm still in gold.
So,
You just gotta find you a Masters player to carry you out.
don't worry. I'm gonna look for baseball or Camaro in order to get you out. And so, tips. I guess like to first, what would be the first tip? Something really, something really benefit,
It's not a word.
Beneficial.
beneficial. There you go. Beneficial.
Beneficial. Words are hard.
I'll show you a benefit.
Beneficial to, I guess,
Beneful is like a dog's food.
Beneful,
Too.
Benadryl,
We're sponsored by Beneful.
um,
Pedigree, hit us up if you want to pay more than Beneful has.
The secret's out. I'm actually eating Beneful shaped curly fries.
hey,
so.
yo, so he's a
Oh.
dog.
Maybe we should ask his wife.
Hey,
Oh, hey, we got caller. Wait a minute.
you just said, wait a minute. We're all like,
Wait
a minute.
I got real quiet.
Pause.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm
I
gonna
said-
mute myself.
I said callers real quiet.
Oh no, you said
Oh.
you said wait a minute, and then you muted your mic, and you're just like, okay.
Broby's getting 50 Shades of Grey up in here.
Snorted out my spirit.
50 Shades of Broby.
I totally did. That burns so good.
Oh my goodness.
Surprised it didn't go on the screen.
He just captures it on video.
There for everyone's enjoyment. You're welcome.
So yeah, beneficial. Benadryl.
Sponsored by Benefit.
Asparagus.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That's
God dang it, blame Redbeard.
That's another thing.
Asparagus. Blame asparagus.
We found
Asparagus is coming to mid lane. What?
yeah, no, we found the I can't be saying his name now. Jesus, I was gonna say aggressor.
Gargoyle.
Argus's nickname is asparagus.
I had a brain fart and I just spat out the first thing I thought. And I was thinking of food as always and asparagus.
Yeah, we were playing a game. We're like, I'm like, hey, missing mid, and I was like, what? Asparagus. I'm like, what? I'm like, asparagus. And he just kept on saying asparagus, and I'm like, what are you talking? Then I died, and then I was like, what the fuck? You're mid later. Argus came over here. He's like, yeah, asparagus. And I'm like, oh, what the? I was like, what the?
All the new heroes now have to get a random nickname.
They do. I'm gonna start that. Asparagus is first, and I'm gonna think of the other ones.
Zarzeus was first,
No, Zarzeus was first. So,
but asparagus is just.
What's that movie with the lizard with Johnny Depp? What is that movie called?
Rango?
Yeah. He's Ringo.
No, we saw Zeus. What are you talking about?
That's his actual name. What are you talking?
What? No, it's not.
Say his name. What's his name?
It's Argus.
No, the lizard. Oh my God, I'm so-
Zarzeus. Oh no,
It's not Zarzeus.
Zaris, we know what we're talking about. Listen to us while we give you notes on how to be better.
Look, the names don't matter. Gameplay. What matters is skill in the gameplay. That's what matters. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, tip number one.
All right, who,
Tip number
shoot.
one would be don't ignore what your teammates say unless it's something beneficial. turn off the chat.
I can get behind that. I can get behind that.
So
I don't know. Hopefully, people are being helpful.
hopefully,
So,
but if not, then yeah, just mute them. Who cares if you're just having
don't
one
take what
bad
they say
game?
to heart.
Yeah, you're having one bad game. Who cares? You know what I mean? It's not like there's a lot of factors. So just you do you. You do the best of you can, no matter if you don't know what you're doing.
Mhm.
And so
And that's coming from a Narbash off lane.
hey, hey, it works. It works.
It does. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm just saying.
It works.
It,
In gold, at least, it works.
yeah, upper tier finicky, but all new players works.
And I went Quang support, and it worked for a game. So.
What was this? What else?
I would say auto buy is not terrible at the start.
Yeah, if you're brand new to the game, have no clue what the hell you're doing, play some aim. I guess the first step would be play some AI matches because
Yeah.
yeah, if you have no idea what you're doing,
He almost said yeah to words. Sorry.
if you have no idea what you're doing, AI matches are not the most, yeah, they could be better, but overall, AI matches are just there to, I guess, like
Help you.
bring you up to speed to like at least know what you're doing at least a little bit. With your buttons at least or control. At least you can mess with your controls and mess with settings. I mean, that's the most important thing because you could be like, now need it. You play your first match and you're like losing frames. You're lagging everywhere. You're like, fuck. I wish I had a mode in order to test this out, and that's why AI is there so you can test out.
Yeah, like red.
Like me. I don't lose frames.
He upgraded from hamsters, but he was hamster villain for a minute.
Like 2 years ago.
That was not 2 years ago.
Like a year ago.
You're right, it was a year ago. Oh shit, that sauce is spicy. Fuck.
so yeah, AI matches, and then it would be like, then when you actually get into your actual match, mute the chat if it's necessary. I don't have to listen to majority of these morons think they're better than you and all that stuff. Who cares?
Soccer yelling at you and stuff.
Hey, that's different. I'm giving you advice. Yeah, you don't want to listen. That's something else.
More like Broby sitting back there arguing with people instead of defending his lane.
Yeah, another thing is another thing that also like gets my titties in a bunch is when y'all people stop and start talking, and I'll be like, oh, look the game. You're playing a game. Like, what? Oh, stop typing. Like, I get it. Like, when there's like a moment to breathe, I get it. But when you're in the middle of a fight, don't stop and start typing. Like, hey, pay attention. Just number one rule: pay attention.
I would also say if you have buddies that want to play or you think might want to play, games are way more fun with friends.
Oh, true.
It's
And we'll
fun
play with you too. We'll
by
play
yourself, but
you're more than welcome to join us, to play with us. That's why the Discord is there. That's why, if you want to do anything with us, you're more than welcome to join the Discord. And if you need help or any, I guess we make that into a tip. If you guys need help, there is various resources out there in order to improve your gameplay, which means going to Omega City. Omega City has builds and stuff. You can follow those recommended builds. on Omedicity in order to improve your gameplay. What else? On the Discord, there's a Discord. If you just start the game, you'll know there's a Discord. There's a Discord in there. You can meet fellow predecessor players and make groups, chat with them. They will, what I mean. You can suggest builds. Hey, I need help. What else? There's YouTube videos on there's YouTube videos on YouTube. Imagine that.
There's a lot of resources for this game, more so than other, not more so than other MOBAs, but more so than some other MOBAs, I would say, because there's just
Yeah,
people making videos. There's a whole Discord for it. I'm sure there's other Discords for other MOBAs now, but I mean,
and this
I don't know.
since the community is still growing, you can easily just join us,
Yeah.
and what I mean. Like we were there to pretty much everybody. No, I would say 90% of the community is there to help one each other in order to improve, make the gameplay better, and what I mean. We don't want it to stay stale, and then everybody's being toxic because people are not growing. Unless you're broy, you're never gonna learn.
You shut your mouth. I don't take my own tips. So that's another tip. If you mention a tip, hey,
Take
uh,
take the
follow
tip.
you, take the tip, just the tip though. But you know what I mean. I
So
think my other tip would be to find a role that you're wanting to try, and then try it with that character that you like, and then stick with that character.
you telling me that if I want to play offline, I should choose Narbash offline always?
Not you. I meant like
Okay.
a new
Don't think
character.
the recommended build on Narbash would necessarily
Do bad.
work.
Well, okay. So let's modify Brovy's tip. If you pick a role, there's a filter in the game that filters out the recommended heroes for those roles. Yes, there is a difficulty level between those heroes. So for example, let's go to carry. Sparrow, Kira, Murdoch. I would say, well, I would consider those as like starter heroes, I guess, or starter carry heroes,
Hmm.
because then there's like an immigrant. I can't say it.
Immigration
No,
and
not immigration. Increment. There's an increment of difficulties, and then you got your. I got a phone call. From my dad. Um, Brad, take over.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of what we're trying to say is if you like a hero, you like a role, try to stick with it at least at the beginning. So you're starting to learn some things about it. But don't be disappointed if you don't get your role either. It happens a lot. Other people want to play the role. You might 50-50 for it. You might uh, try and, there might be three people trying to play carry. Um, but there's also recommended, like the jungle role is technically an expert role to start per the game, because there's a lot of things to do with it. There's pathing, there's how to manipulate the minions and ganking and all sorts of crazy stuff. But it might be the role that you really like, and you might find a hero that you really like to play with it. Now that hero may not necessarily be a good carry, so maybe you try and play some jungle in that. But that's where that using the AI and player versus AI and things like that helps out. And if you've got buddies, you can all team up in the player versus AI, play together, learn some things like that. But yeah, I mean, try to pick a hero, and stick with them for a little bit and learn things. If you don't like that hero, try and pick a different
Oh yeah. So
one.
I, I'm sorry. I'm back now.
There you go.
To go back with where to follow up with Red. Like he says, each lane, or I guess each role has a difficulty. Off lane is beginner. Mid lane is intermediate. Uh, Jungle is expert. support is beginning, and carry is intermediate, right? If I'm understanding right.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more beginner roles and
So
carry.
to put it in layman's terms, this is how it should go. Technically, it should go uh, support. No, off lane would be. I want to say so from easy from beginner to expert. I'll say support will be usually like the beginner role, right? If you have no idea what to do, if you're friend, you know, you play some AI, but you still don't have no idea what to do, your best bet would be support because you know what I mean you're still learning whatever, getting to handle the things, still learning how to play. You know, you can mess around and support, and it won't necessarily affect the team. It, not affect the
Great
team,
support. A great support can win the match,
but
but
a
a
bad support
but a bad support.
won't necessarily lose the game. There you go.
Yeah. Plus, you're playing in the lane with somebody else at all times, and likely that person isn't brand new, also, and so you're paired up with somebody else, and you can kind of learn some things that way.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Hopefully, you're not, you know, if you're new, at least, hopefully the carry whoever is your carry isn't a douche and just like points out, be like, hey, you know what I mean,
Did
you're doing this.
you say Jewish?
What? No,
What?
I said you
Oh.
carry it.
No,
Isn't it a douche?
Oh, douche. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Okay, never mind.
PG. I don't want to say like other stuff. It's just like a douche, douche,
a jerk.
a jerk.
I don't know.
Like I don't know. Like as long as he's not a jerk, you know what I mean. He will hopefully tell you like, hey, you're doing this. You like don't do necessarily this and that and this. Do more this and that, and then you know what I mean. You improve and stuff. The next role that's also in the beginner role, but you know just a little bit harder would be offlane because you're in a lane by yourself. Now that 90% of the time you're by yourself in that lane because you the 10% is when either the jungler or mid rotate, which means they come over to your lane and uh basically are there trying to kill you. So that's like the 10%, right? But 90% of the time, 85% of the time, it's just you with someone else. You're fighting against someone else. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you just might spend the first 10, 15 minutes and not see the jungler or mid laner or anything like that.
so yeah, you know what I mean. That's where you start learning how to get minions. Last hitting, trying to get the objective on your left side if you're in dark. If you're on the dark side, it's on your left side. If you're on the spawn in the bright side, it'd be on your right side, which is like the river, the green buff, big minion, buff. That's there. You know what I mean? So you start learning how to get lats. It goes, you start learning how to get the green buff. Then you slowly, if you're winning the lane, then you can slowly move over to another lane, help them out. But like that does, you're slowly getting the idea of what to do in the game slowly. You know what I mean? From there, you could transfer that knowledge into, I would say, carry would be like in the middle, basically. Which carries like last hits are important, buff is important. Then you start doing more team objective stuff, which is Fang Tooth. You know what I mean? In those early stages, you start now you start playing with two other people against you and your support. So you tell your support, hey, I want you to play like this. I want to play like that. I play like this, that, and then you most importantly is last hits and all that stuff. Then I'll say not expert, but expert ish would be mid lane. Mid lane is now a mixture of carry and off lane, which is now you're basically in the middle, which is the mid lane. You gotta worry about the jungler. You gotta worry about your two others,
Everything.
yeah, you the two other sides, and on top of that, river buffs, objectives. So you know what I mean, that you're not in that, you're not in that expert role yet, but you start, like I said, you're gonna have jungle always come in, not always, but 90% of the time, jungle is gonna be there. You got, if you're losing, if your other lanes are losing, then most likely they're gonna come to your lane, harass you. You gotta worry about getting river buffs, which is most important thing for your mid laner, because that's your other source of getting mana. And what else? Like, and then you gotta do objectives, which is either Fang Tooth or Prime. You know what I mean? That's a little bit of mixture. And then overall, the most expert role would be jungle, because basically, if you don't have a good jungle, you will lose the game, because now you have to worry about, you got to worry about your you got to worry about all three lanes. On top of that, you also got to farm, and then on top of that, you also got to get objectives, which is like Fang Tooth or Prime or mini buff. And then the Fang Tooth, remember to get those three objectives, and you also have to either gank lanes. Now you got to gank lanes in order to, hopefully, if you gank good enough, it will mean you or whoever you ganking, the mid laner, off laner, or the carry side, get a kill in order to, be winding the gap of of the team, basically. So
Keeping pressure.
Yeah,
so
you're helping them get a little advantage on their lane.
Yeah. I think another tip would be, if you lose like a 50-50 for a role that you're wanting to play, uh, don't just like, I mean, you can always, not pick a character, and you may get a penalty for it, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. I would just try to play your second best, or your another role that you haven't played before, and just try to learn it for the time being. Don't just throw the game because you didn't get your role.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
not
lose it.
always going to get the role in the hero that you want to play.
Mm-mm.
Not 100% of the time. I mean, maybe if you communicate and just say, hey, I'm brand new. I really only played support, and that's all I really know. Then maybe people will let you play that role, but it's not a guarantee. I mean, there could be two people paired up and they're a really good duo together. And so you might have to go play offlane. But
then, yeah,
I mean, it's just, yeah, knowing eventually you're going to get knowledge of, all the lanes, jungle, the heroes that you have unlocked or things like that. But it takes time and it takes games to do that. So,
yeah. So you know what I mean. Um, hopefully you're at a level where you're like, okay, I'm out of support. I played off lane for a bit, so I know what to do. You know, I played I played a little bit of carry. You know what I mean? It's just try to carry over that knowledge to each role in order to improve a little by little. Because you're like, oh, okay, now I know how to last hit. Because off lane, I gotta wait until the minions are red, shoot them. There's visual keys and all that stuff. So like, you're slowly getting better at the game, and then from there, I lost train of thought because I saw something outside. Uh,
was it shiny?
no, my parents are coming home. Um,
Ooh, shiny.
yeah. What I was gonna say, like I said, don't always try to feel like, obviously you want to pick, like they say, you want to pick the role you want to play. But if that role is taken, like I said, other roles are there. Other roles are there. Um, if not, then worst case scenario, just dodge, and I mean, get a penalty. Because if you don't feel comfortable and you feel like you're gonna lose that game, then I mean, you're gonna lose, and you just don't. Yeah, it sucks as that you're gonna dodge and get a penalty, but you know what I mean, that beats then spending 30 minutes just to end up losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be discouraged if you don't get the role that you want. I mean,
yeah,
and you got to be careful about dodging multiple times, over a certain amount of period because the penalty does increase.
If you're a new character, I would, I would suggest not dodging at the beginning and just picking a new role and playing it because the more versatile you are, the better because then you could just play
any role.
any role.
And then another tip. Um,
Your top tip, tippy top tip.
I would say a huge tip that we haven't mentioned yet is use your wards.
oh yeah, wards.
Ward your lanes. I've seen veterans players not use their wards. I've forgotten to use my wards.
You
I
shut
mean,
your
it's
mouth.
just
You shut your mouth. I use words.
I've seen master players not use their wards.
Hey, you know
No, but
that.
like, a lot of the game is information and communication, using pings and things like that. Trying to, if you're in mid lane and you see the jungle go over towards duo, if you can ping them, hey, the jungle might be, careful right lane or however. Um, Information is key, and one of the huge it gives you like that split second to go, oh crap, there's somebody else here, and back off if you need to, or prepare a stun if you need to, or anything like that. So use your wards, get as much information about, where everybody else is that you can. Try to use your mini map because other people will hopefully have wards up, and just knowing where the jungle is, for example, if you're in duo is huge because that jungle is going to come over. If you're playing carry, he's going to come over and try to kill you and either get the kill for themselves or get it for their carry. So just knowing little things like that is huge.
Yeah. So to piggy off about wards, there is it. If you go ask in the main Discord, in the Pred Discord, you just say, hey, look, I want to improve my wards. Is there like a visual, or is there like there is a map posted somewhere? Hey, like, hey, this is where your ideal locations of wards should be. It
Mm-hmm.
tells you both on. Doesn't matter which side it tell you. It'd be like dark side is red, and then bright side would be blue, and so what I mean, in the map you can see, oh, this is your ideal spots where ward should go depending on which lane you pick. So on carry, the fang tooth, the walkway, and the stairs would be ideal spots to put it at, because and then for mid would be like the rivers, and then the offlane would be the river or the other entrance of the five camp that there is, depending on which
The
side,
3 camp.
the five camp or the three camp. So
Yeah.
those.
So you don't get somebody coming in behind you and you don't know about it.
So yeah, there is a map that that you could ask someone, be like, hey, where's can I get the wards map? And then so they'll be like, oh, okay, you're talking about this. Somebody will understand what you mean, and then they'll show you the map. Uh, Another tip I will give you is, if you're playing in mid lane, river buffs are a huge important important for the mid laner. Right? Let me rephrase that. Always try to get river buffs if they're up, because those are your main source of getting mana, and reducing you going back to base just to get mana. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If like I said, those that is a really good source to get mana. So you know what I mean, you're not always backing every minute in order to get mana, and wasting time, running down, going, killing a wave, then going back because you have no mana. You know what I mean? That's kind of huge on your part if you get both river buffs. So,
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, you're off lane, you have the cyan or green buff. That's going to help you get XP. And then carry support lane. Ideally, your carry gets a gold buff to help push forward your total gold count and just get a little advantage.
And then piggyback off of Red said a couple tips ago. Remember that it's a team-based game and not a solo game.
Well, it could be a solo game. But, that's I'm talking about more, just more shenanigans on my part.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean, though. Like, the killing other heroes does matter in certain situations, like team fights and stuff like that. I would say, and for if you're just kind of winning in all lanes and stuff like that, I guess kills then would matter too. But I would argue that objectives matter first because we've all played games where we were just getting dog walked and getting killed all the time, but yet we were meeting objectives and we were just keeping at defending our towers, and we ended up winning a lot of games actually based off just meeting objectives and not really chasing kills and just going after just kills alone. And we've proven that
Yeah,
Ju-
over and over again.
that's definitely a good point too. I mean, just because you die 2 times at the beginning doesn't mean the game's over.
just
There's definitely opportunity to come back. Maybe you just need to play a little bit safer. But yeah,
and to piggyback off of that, um, in the later stage of the game, one team fight could change the course of you losing and then and then finishing up. So for like example, the enemy team is doing Fang Tooth, and you're behind. But if they're taking too long or they're messing around with the buff, your entire team could go and eventually turn the tides, kill them, take the buff, take the objective, and then take the other objective. So for example, they're fighting or prime, what I mean, and they take too long, they're taking too much damage. Your team could go over there, clean them up, take or prime, and maybe push one lane all the way towards the core and actually end the game. Because in the later stages of the game, your death timers are higher than expected. So 30 minutes in, your death timer is about either like 40, 50 seconds. So you know what I mean? That could be an opportunity for you to push hard and to win the game, because you know what I mean, it's within a matter of seconds the game could change, from you could be losing badly to like a minute later you win the game. That's
Mhm.
how simple late game is.
Yeah, and I would say also just mostly, especially if you're really new. Like if your team is doing something, you should likely be with your team. Like if your entire team goes on to attack Fangtooth, maybe apart from the offlaner because you're all the way on the other side of the map, um, you should probably be there, especially if you're the carry or the support, and you're not just pushing to try to get a tower or something like that.
Yeah, because a
Likely
lot of
that Fangtooth is more important than pushing that first tower at that moment.
Yeah. So final tips before we go.
Have fun.
Also,
It's a game. Remember, it's a game. Like we're all playing it to have fun. I mean, everybody gets
especially
upset at times. Um, hopefully, they don't take it out on you or somebody else. But don't take things too seriously. Just try to play the game, have fun.
uh, Roby, final tip.
uh, don't surrender so early. I guess is I like the I don't know. Just don't surrender too early because you just piggyback off the other tips that we've given. Just because you die at the beginning doesn't mean the game's over. So just don't surrender just because you didn't get the role you wanted or you died when you thought the jungler should have been there or something. Just play the game, have fun, just finish the game out. Who knows? You could end up winning the game. So you don't know unless you don't surrender. So
And like, and to like wrap it up all together, what Red said basically, it's a game. Have fun, play with others, talk with others, and embrace the community. Everybody's there. 90% of us is there to help each other, and no matter there's ups and downs, mostly ups. You know what I mean? Talk, spread, have fun, try builds, do crazy shit while you still can because rake mode is still not out, so it doesn't matter. But if you see MMR, doesn't matter. Rake mode has not come out, doesn't matter.
exactly.
So
Don't be an MMR Nazi.
yeah, don't
Plus, it'll be separate even when it comes out, right?
yeah.
I mean, you ought to be playing ranked mode to affect your rank.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Don't listen. Don't concentrate too more. Like my MMR doesn't matter. Have fun, play with friends, make friends, enjoy the game, spread the word, spread the love, and Broby is the weakest link.
You shut your mouth.